Self-care is more than, pedicures and manicures and massages, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so today, we're going to talk about how decluttering is actually a form of self-care. Hey there. We're back for part 3 in the decluttering series. Part 1 was 10 ways or 10 reasons you may accumulate clutter, because it's important that you know the why behind the clutter. Part 2 was about how decluttering is a transformative experience. And so today, for part 3, we're going to talk about how decluttering is actually a form of self-care. So when we think about decluttering, most times we're thinking, I need to get rid of some things, which we do, or, I got to clean out this junk drawer, clean out this area. It's spring cleaning, but it's so much more. Decluttering is a transformative journey for us because it's actually a change. We are changing in our behaviors, we're identifying habits, and it's also a form of self-care. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm Teresa. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about personal growth, self-care, and all things life. Let's start by addressing what self-care is. It's kind of simple. Self-care is when you take an active role in protecting your well-being, physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually. But when you take that active role to do that, and decluttering in itself is a form of self-care. When we look at the term declutter, we think of getting rid of things, getting rid of stuff that do not serve us. And in this series, you've probably heard me say that several times if you've watched the whole series. Get rid of things that do not serve you. Now, when I say no longer serve you, what I mean by that is there are items, relationships, habits, behaviors that no longer contribute positively to your life. Now, when we're talking about decluttering, right now in this series, we are talking about items, stuff, possessions, but you can declutter people. But I want you to think about, because I've said it several times, get rid of that stuff that does not serve you. What is it that is no longer contributing to your life? What is it that is not bringing you some joy? It's just there. That's what I mean when I say it no longer serves you. And I'm talking about it doesn't serve you presently. That doesn't mean it did not in the past, but right now where you are in your journey in life, your path presently, if it's not contributing positively, it's not serving you. So when we get back to looking at self-care, self-care is a holistic approach of basically what is serving you mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. You taking care of that, you ensuring, you taking an active role that your well-being is being taken care of. Because if you don't take care of you, who gonna do it? You got to put yourself first. So today we're going to talk about how decluttering is actually a form of self-care. Decluttering nurtures your mental health by reducing stress and anxiety. When you have a cluttered environment or a cluttered space, it leads to a cluttered mind. Then a cluttered mind can lead to triggers of overwhelm or stress or anxiousness. You see how that all works together? And these increase stress levels. So when you choose to declutter, to remove items that no longer serve you, you are reducing those opportunities for stress and anxiousness and anxiety by getting rid of things that are not contributing positively into your life. I have a caveat right here. I know we're talking about decluttering as far as getting rid of things, but sometimes you can have what you need, what is serving you, but you still have clutter. That is me. I have 2 areas. So my bathroom sink and my desk area. I have clutter because I don't be putting stuff back. So sometimes in addition to decluttering and getting rid of things that are not serving you, sometimes we have clutter just because we don't put stuff back. So that's just a caveat I want to throw in right here. Another way that decluttering is self-care is it has the ability to support our physical and our comfort levels by creating these areas of what I'll just say as a sanctuary. Again, once you get rid of these things that do not serve us, I'm gonna say that every time. Learning is repetitive, right? You need to hear things over and over. So you're gonna continue to hear me say, get rid of that stuff that does not serve you. But anyway, when you declutter, you're transforming environments, spaces, mentally, physically, emotionally. And in this transformation, you're creating an environment of peace, a relaxing environment that just brings you comfort, kind of like your personal haven. So it supports your physical and emotional well-being when you declutter by the result of a sanctuary, a calming environment. Because all that stuff piled up on that chair and all those things in the cabinet that you don't even use, that's not calming. You pull out that drawer or you look in your closet with all that stuff and you immediately like, ugh, right? Okay, moving on. Decluttering is a form of self-care because it encourages mindfulness. When you are truly focused on what serves you now in the present, you are being intentional about your choices, your possessions. And when we focus on the present, that we are being mindful of what we need. We're being mindful of what's in alignment with our values. We're being in alignment with what brings us joy now. Not what brought us joy yesterday, and sometimes not even what's going to bring us joy tomorrow, but now, presently. Another way that decluttering is a form of self-care is it setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is all about determining what serves you, who serves you. Now I'm saying who right now, but we're talking about things, but somebody need to hear this right now. You have some who's, some people that you need to get rid of because they take, they drain your energy. They do not fill you or refuel you in any way. Anyway, all right, let me get back to the stuff. So when it comes to setting boundaries, when it comes to decluttering, you are saying no to those things that are just taking up space in your life, taking up space in your environment. You're saying no to those things. You're creating a boundary through your decluttering journey, through your decluttering process. You're protecting your time and your energy by limiting what's in your life right now. And the final way that decluttering is self-care is you are choosing your joy. You are being intentional about what brings you joy, what you're going to allow in your space. You are sparking your joy. And that's what self-care is. Remember, self-care is you protecting your overall well-being. And when you are protecting your well-being, you are choosing joy. And so when you declutter, you are taking that opportunity to spark your own joy. You are deciding what's going to be in your space, what's going to surround you, and what's not. You are choosing to create an environment or a space that you truly appreciate and enjoy. You're prioritizing what uplifts your spirit. And here's a bonus. This was mentioned in the Transformative video. Decluttering is a form of self-care because it empowers emotional release. You're allowing yourself to heal emotionally by getting rid of some of those things that you may have emotional ties to from the past. So in a nutshell, decluttering is a form of self-care because you are choosing to prioritize your well-being by determining what is serving you now and choosing to get rid of what is not. Decluttering's not just about getting rid of items. It's about caring for yourself in a way that nurtures your mind, body, and spirit. If you haven't already, check out parts 1 and 2. They are in the description below. And the final part of this series are the steps to actually start decluttering. Put on the notifications so you'll know when that comes out, and like and subscribe. Thank you.